The deception unveiled. The golden halls of the Korthax Empire's diplomatic station orbited silently above Earth, casting long shadows across the blue planet below. Ambassador Elena Vasquez adjusted her formal uniform one last time before entering the grand chamber where the fate of humanity would be discussed yet again. For 15 years, she had played this role perfectly, the humble representative of a species barely worthy of notice in the vast galactic community. The Korthax delegation waited inside, their crystalline bodies reflecting the harsh artificial light. Supreme Adjudicator Zelkarn stood at the center, his translucent form towering 3 meters high. When he spoke, his voice resonated like breaking glass through the universal translator. Ambassador Vasquez, your species has exceeded its allocated resource consumption for the 3rd consecutive cycle. The Empire demands immediate reduction of your population by 30%. Elena bowed deeply, hiding the fire burning in her eyes. She had practiced this subservient gesture thousands of times, though every repetition made her stomach turn. Honored Adjudicator, humanity requests additional time to comply with your wisdom. Our birth rates are already declining as instructed. The other Korthax delegates chittered among themselves, a sound like wind chimes in a hurricane. They found human submission amusing, these beings who had conquered 1,000 worlds and subjugated dozens of species. To them, humanity was just another primitive race lucky enough to have developed basic space travel before first contact. Time, Zelkarn mused, his crystalline fingers tapping against the hovering data pad before him. Humans always request time, yet your species continues to spread across your system like a virus. Every asteroid, every moon crawling with your kind. The Empire has been generous, allowing you to maintain your illusion of autonomy. Perhaps direct governance would be more efficient. Elena's neural implant buzzed silently, a message from General Marcus Thompson back on Earth. The words appeared in her mind's eye.
Phoenix Protocol ready?
Await your signal. She pushed the thought aside and continued her performance. Your patience with our species has been most gracious, she said, her voice deliberately weak and trembling. If the Empire wishes to assume direct control, humanity will naturally comply. We exist to serve the greater galactic community. The lie came so easily now. 15 years of deception had made her an expert at telling the Korthax exactly what they expected to hear. They believed humans were grateful for the protection the Empire provided, never suspecting that every mining operation, every colony ship, every space station had been carefully designed with a dual purpose. Zelkarn's form shifted colors, a sign of satisfaction among his species. Your acknowledgement of reality is refreshing, Ambassador. The Empire will dispatch governance pods to your major population centers within 1 solar rotation. Resistance would be inadvisable. Elena bowed again. Humanity understands its place in the galactic hierarchy. As she left the station and boarded her shuttle, Elena finally allowed herself a small smile. The Korthax had no idea what they had just triggered. Her pilot, Commander James Chen, glanced back at her with knowing eyes. Orders, Ambassador? Set course for Luna Station, she replied, then activated her secure neural link. Across the solar system, thousands of humans received the same encrypted message. The masquerade ends at dawn. Luna Station appeared to be nothing more than a research facility studying mineral compositions and low-gravity manufacturing. The Korthax inspectors who visited annually always left satisfied that humans were following regulations, producing only basic materials for trade. They never wondered why the facility extended so deep beneath the lunar surface, or why its power consumption readings seemed slightly off. Admiral Rebecca Foster met Elena at the hidden command center, 500 meters below the surface. The room hummed with activity as officers monitored feeds from across the solar system. Ambassador, Foster nodded. I assume negotiations went as expected? They're sending governance pods tomorrow, Elena replied. They want direct control over our population centers. Foster's weathered face cracked into a grim smile. After all these years of playing weak, they're finally pushing too hard. What's the status of our assets? The Ishimura incident gave us the final push we needed, Foster replied, pulling up a holographic display. When the Korthax destroyed that civilian transport last week, 500 families, our people are ready. No more pretending. The display showed the true extent of humanity's secret preparations. Every mining station in the asteroid belt was actually a fully armed battle platform. The colony ships sent to distant systems were equipped with weapons that would make Korthak's dreadnoughts look like toys. And hidden in the Ort cloud, assembled in complete darkness over the past decade, waited humanity's true fleet. 3,000 ships, Foster continued, each one incorporating reversed-engineered Korthak's technology improved with human innovation. We learned from every species the Empire conquered before us. The Zilani's shield harmonics, the Krypton's jump drives, even ancient precursor weapons we found in the ruins on Mars, all integrated into our designs. Elena studied the tactical displays. The Korthaks have, 50 ships in our system? 53, Foster corrected. They think it's more than enough to control a primitive species. They're about to learn otherwise. Deep beneath Earth's oceans, in pressurized facilities the Korthak sensors couldn't penetrate. Massive doors began to open. Ships that had been constructed in absolute secrecy rose from the depths. Water streaming off hulls made from alloys the galaxy had never seen. In the asteroid belt, miners put down their tools and activated hidden control panels, transforming their work sites into weapon platforms. Captain David Reeves commanded one of the newly revealed battleships, the UES Retribution. His crew had trained for this moment for years, running countless simulations in secret. All stations report ready, his tactical officer announced. Weapons hot, shields at maximum. Send the message to all Korthak's vessels, Reeves ordered. Inform them that humanity formally rejects their governance proposal. The response came quickly. Zelkarn's image appeared on the main screen, his crystalline form now pulsing with angry red light. Impossible. Your species has no military vessels. This is deception. No, Adjudicator, Reeves replied calmly. The deception was making you believe we were weak. Every trade ship you allowed us to build, every mining station you approved, every colony you permitted, they were all weapons. We just never turned them on. On Earth, people watched from their homes as massive ships rose from concealed underground hangars. Children pressed their faces against windows, seeing humanity's true strength for the first time. The fear that had gripped their species for 15 years began to transform into something else. Hope. Elena stood in Luna Station's command center, watching as humanity's hidden fleet emerged from every corner of the solar system. Ships poured out of Saturn's rings where they had hidden among the ice and rock. Mars revealed massive shipyards built inside hollowed-out mountains. Even Earth's moon split open in places, releasing squadrons of fighters that had been assembled in secret. Ambassador, General Thompson's voice crackled over the comm. The Korthaks are demanding an explanation. They're threatening to call in their entire fleet. Let them, Elena replied. It's time they learned what humans are truly capable of. Send this message to Zelkarn. Humanity has played your game for 15 years. We bowed, we scraped, we pretended to be weak. But every insult, every demand, every life you took, we remembered. And while you sat in your superiority, we prepared. Today the game changes. The Korthak's delegation's response was immediate and predictable. Their 53 ships powered weapons and moved into attack formation. They still believed their technological superiority would easily crush this unexpected resistance. They were wrong. Part 2. Humanity Rises. The first shot came from the Korthak's flagship. A brilliant beam of energy that should have vaporized the nearest human vessel. Instead, it splashed harmlessly against shields that rippled with stolen Zilani technology, improved with human innovation. The human ship's return fire was devastating. Not one weapon, but dozens, each targeting a different system with surgical precision. Admiral Foster watched from Luna Station as the battle unfolded. They're confused, she observed. They expected their technology to be superior. 15 years of reverse engineering, Elena replied. Every piece of technology they shared, thinking they were giving us scraps we studied and improved. We didn't just copy their designs, we made them better. Captain Reeves guided the Retribution through the chaos of battle, his crew working with practiced efficiency. Target their engine manifolds, he ordered. Disable, don't destroy. We want prisoners, not martyrs. The human fleet moved with coordination that surprised even their own commanders. Years of secret training exercises had prepared them for this moment. Ships emerged from hyperspace in perfect formation, surrounding the Korthak's vessels before they could react. Fighter squadrons wove through enemy fire with impossible precision, their pilots enhanced with neural interfaces that let them think at the speed of light. On the Korthax flagship, Zelkarn watched his tactical displays in disbelief. How? He demanded of his officers. They were primitives. We monitored them constantly. His second-in-command, a younger Korthax named Velshan, studied the readings. Adjudicator, these weapon signatures. They're using our technology, but it's been modified, improved. And there are energy patterns here I don't recognize at all. Precursor weapons, Zelkarn whispered, his crystalline form flickering with fear. They found precursor technology and didn't report it. The ancient precursors had vanished from the galaxy millions of years ago, leaving behind ruins and artifacts that most species couldn't even understand. The Korthax had built their empire partly on the few precursor devices they had managed to activate. The thought that humans had found and successfully integrated such technology was terrifying. Commander, Chen led a squadron of fighters toward the Korthax station above Earth. His neural implant connected him directly to his ship's systems, making him one with the machine. All wings, attack pattern Omega. Let's show them what human pilots can do. The fighters moved like a school of fish, each pilot aware of their wingmates through shared consciousness. They dodged through defensive fire that should have been impossible to avoid, their enhanced reflexes and predictive algorithms keeping them one step ahead of the Korthax targeting systems. In the asteroid belt, the hidden fortresses revealed their true nature. Mining Station 7, which had supposedly been extracting iron ore for trade, unleashed a barrage of missiles that had been manufactured in secret for years. Each missile contained a payload designed specifically to penetrate Korthax shields, using frequency modulations discovered through careful observation of their patrol. Ships. Station Commander Maria. Rodriguez watched with satisfaction as 3 Korthax destroyers found themselves surrounded and outgunned by what they had dismissed as primitive mining equipment. 15 years we've waited for this, she told her crew. Every overtime shift, every missed birthday, every sacrifice, it was all for today. Back on Earth, the population watched in awe as their secret protectors revealed themselves. In Beijing, Moscow, New York, and Lagos, massive defense platforms rose from hidden silos. These weren't just weapons. They were symbols of humanity's refusal to be enslaved. President Martinez addressed the world from the emergency bunker beneath Geneva. Citizens of Earth, for 15 years we have lived in fear. We accepted humiliation and subjugation to buy time. Time to learn, time to prepare, time to become strong enough to stand on our own. Today that time has come. Today humanity takes its rightful place among the stars. The battle in space was turning decisively in humanity's favor. The Korthax, despite their advanced technology and centuries of military dominance, had grown complacent. They were used to fighting species that resisted with whatever weapons they already had. They had never faced an enemy that had spent years specifically preparing to fight them. The human fleet's flagship, the UES Liberation, emerged from hyperspace directly above the Korthax command ship. It was the largest vessel humanity had ever built, a kilometer-long testament to human engineering and determination. Its captain, Admiral Sarah Chang, had been chosen for this moment 5 years ago. Adjudicator Zelkarn, she broadcast on all frequencies. This is Admiral Chang of the United Earth Fleet. You have 2 choices, surrender and negotiate or be destroyed. Humanity offers this choice only once. Zelkarn's response was to order all remaining Korthax ships to concentrate fire on the Liberation. Hundreds of energy beams converged on the massive ship. Its shields flared and sparked but held firm, absorbing enough energy to power a small planet. Our turn, Admiral Chang said calmly. The Liberation's main weapon, a hybrid of precursor technology and human particle physics, charged with a sound like reality itself groaning under pressure. When it fired, space seemed to ripple. The beam struck the Korthax command ship's shields and simply erased them, along with a significant portion of the ship's armor. Impossible, Zelkarn gasped, his crystalline body cracking from the feedback of his ship's damaged systems. That weapon, it's not from any known science. Human science, Chang corrected. We call it a quantum erasure cannon. We developed it ourselves, inspired by precursor artifacts but built with human hands and human minds. This is what you failed to understand about our species, Adjudicator. You saw our willingness to submit and mistook it for weakness. You never realized we were studying you, learning from you, preparing to surpass you. The remaining Korthax ships began to surrender one by one. Their crews faced with weapons they didn't understand and tactics they couldn't counter. chose survival over honor. Within 6 hours of the first shot, the battle was over. Elena Vasquez returned to the Korthax diplomatic station, but this time she didn't bow. She walked tall, flanked by human marines in power armor that gleamed with integrated alien technologies. Zelkarn waited in the same chamber where he had delivered his ultimatum just days before, but now he was the one who looked diminished. "The galaxy will not accept this," he said, his voice lacking its former authority. "The Empire will send fleets to crush your rebellion." "They'll try," Elena agreed. "But while they prepare their fleets, we'll be broadcasting the truth to every species under Korthax rule. We'll show them that the Empire can be defeated, that freedom is possible. How many will rise up when they see what humanity accomplished? How many hidden fleets will emerge from other primitive species you've underestimated?" She activated a holographic display showing the current tactical situation. "We've captured 41 of your ships intact. Their databases are being downloaded as we speak. Every secret route, every hidden base, every weakness in the Empire's defenses. We'll know it all, and we'll share that knowledge with every species that wants to be free." General Thompson joined the meeting via hologram from Earth. "We've been in contact with the Zalani and the Krypthan. They're already mobilizing their own resistance movements. The Vorthan colonies are declaring independence. Your empire is falling apart, Zelkarn, and it's happening because you pushed humanity too far." The crystalline alien's form flickered through a spectrum of colors: fear, anger, resignation. "What do you want?" he finally asked. "Recognition," Elena replied. "Humanity will be acknowledged as a sovereign power. No population controls, no resource restrictions, no governance pods. We'll trade fairly with any species that treats us as equals. Those who don't." She gestured toward the windows where hundreds of human ships now patrolled. "Well, they've seen what we're capable of." Foster added, "We're also demanding reparations for the lives lost on the Ishimura and other attacks, and we want access to the Korthax historical databases. There are other precursor sites out there, and humanity intends to find them." "You're not conquerors," Zelkarn said, almost a question. "No," Elena confirmed. "We're liberators. We don't want to rule the galaxy, we want to free it. Every species should have the right to determine its own destiny. The age of empires is ending, Adjudicator. The age of alliance is beginning." Over the following weeks, the galaxy watched in amazement as humanity's true nature revealed itself. The Hidden Fleet, instead of conquering Korthax worlds, began liberating enslaved species. Human engineers shared their improved technologies freely. Human diplomats negotiated fair treaties that benefited all parties. Captain Reeves found himself escorting refugee ships from liberated worlds, protecting them from Korthax loyalists who couldn't accept the new reality. "It's strange," he told his crew. "We spent so long preparing for war, and now we're building peace." His tactical officer, Lieutenant Kim, smiled. "That's what makes us human, sir. We fight when we must, but we build when we can." The transformation of the solar system continued at a breathtaking pace. The hidden shipyards on Mars emerged fully, no longer needing secrecy. They began producing a new generation of vessels, not just warships but exploration craft, colony ships, and mobile hospitals. Humanity was ready to embrace its destiny among the stars. Elena stood in her office on Luna Station, looking at Earth through the massive window. General Thompson and Admiral Foster flanked her, all three watching as the planet below celebrated its newfound freedom. 15 years of deception, Thompson mused. Was it worth it? "Every second," Elena replied. "We could have fought them when they first arrived and lost everything. Instead, we learned, we adapted, we overcame. That's what humans do." Foster pointed to the tactical display showing the positions of human fleets throughout the galaxy. The Korthax Empire controlled 10,000 systems. Already 3,000 have declared independence. Our example started something that can't be stopped. "The other empires are worried," Thompson noted. "The Salvac hegemony, the drone collective, they're all wondering if their primitive species have been hiding similar capabilities." Elena smiled. "Good, let them wonder. Let them realize that oppression always contains the seeds of its own destruction. Humanity has shown the galaxy that no species is too small to fight for freedom. No empire too powerful to fall." The transformation of the solar system continued at a breathtaking pace. The hidden shipyards on Mars emerged fully, no longer needing secrecy. They began producing a new generation of vessels, Not just warships, but exploration craft, colony ships, and mobile hospitals. Humanity was ready to embrace its destiny among the stars. Elena stood in her office on Luna Station, looking at Earth through the massive window. General Thompson and Admiral Foster flanked her, all three watching as the planet below celebrated its newfound freedom. 15 years of deception, Thompson mused. Was it worth it? Every second, Elena replied. We could have fought them when they first arrived and lost everything. Instead, we learned, we adapted, we overcame. That's what humans do. Foster pointed to the tactical display showing the positions of human fleets throughout the galaxy. The Korthax Empire controlled 10,000 systems. Already 3,000 have declared independence. Our example started something that can't be stopped. The other empires are worried, Thompson noted. The Salvac hegemony, the drone collective, they're all wondering if their primitive species have been hiding similar capabilities. Elena smiled. Good, let them wonder. Let them realize that oppression always contains the seeds of its own destruction. Humanity has shown the galaxy that no species is too small to fight for freedom, no empire too powerful to fall. As the sun set over Earth's horizon, casting golden light across Luna Station, Elena received a message through her neural implant. It was from a species she'd never heard of, from a distant corner of the galaxy. The message was simple. We've been watching. We've been preparing. Thank you for showing us it's possible. The revolution spreads. She shared the message with her colleagues. Humanity had not just won its freedom. It had ignited a transformation that would reshape the entire galaxy. The age of hidden fleets was ending. The age of free species was beginning. And in the depths of space, in shipyards and secret bases across 100 worlds, other species began to reveal their own hidden strengths inspired by humanity's example. The galaxy would never be the same.